Today, many children experience disabilities. For example, our friend Stephen was born with spina bifida, which is a physical condition that begins during development in the womb and leaves the spinal cord exposed after birth. In Stephen's case, this condition has left his legs paralyzed and has poor fine motor skills. He also has general weakness in his muscles and sometimes has problems controlling his bladder and bowel. He uses a wheelchair to move around but has trouble focusing and remembering things. Stephen is 5 years old, so he is about to start school. He has shown problems with social engagement, separation anxiety, and some ADLs, such as eating, dressing, and toileting. Stephen's parents worry about these problems and that they will affect Stephen's performance in school. Stephen's parents speak with him about starting school and some of the experiences he may have. When Stephen talks to them about school, he becomes very scared and nervous about how he's going to talk to the other kids and do his work. He is also worried about how they will think of him and his wheelchair. Because of this, Stephen has become very negative about going to school. In order to help Stephen be successful, they decide to visit with his family physician. The doctor decides that occupational therapy might be just the thing to prepare Stephen for school. And so, Stephen sets a time to meet Carl, an occupational therapist located in an outpatient pediatric clinic. After the first meeting, Carl makes an intervention plan for Stephen. Together, Carl and Stephen work on several goals. Carl and Stephen socially interact with the other children his age in group classes. Carl also sets up several meetings with Stephen's teacher so that they can be familiar with Stephen and his needs, so that Stephen has an advocate in the school. Carl also works with Stephen on different activities such as dressing himself in the mornings and eating so that Stephen can eat lunch with his friends in the cafeteria. Finally, the big day has arrived. It's the first day of school. Stephen puts to use all of the skills he has learned with Carl. He gets himself dressed that morning and eats a good breakfast. Once he gets to school, he goes into the classroom and says hello to his teacher. His teacher is excited to see him and ready to help him work throughout the year. Stephen uses the social skills he learned from Carl to make friends with some of the other children in his class. He has a great day. Stephen's parents are so happy that he was able to conquer his fear and start school. Carl continues to see Stephen periodically to make sure Stephen is doing well in school. Because of the occupational therapy that Stephen and Carl did together, Stephen is more confident about going to school and engaging with his classmates and teachers. And that was an OT story.